scaled them all.
You did that.
Yeah, I made scales out of the book. It had a front view, side view,
oh,
and top view, and I just made a little scale. And then, of course,
That's fantastic.
It had a picture, so I painted them like I saw the picture.
And those aren't decals. You painted all that on there.
Yeah, I painted them on paper. And then,
Charlie used to be a sign painter.
Yeah, but I painted them on paper and then varnished them, then glued them down. It's easier to do that than to try to paint right on it. Now there, I painted right on it, little letters.
Right. I see what you're talking about.
But yeah, and this is the one that what was it? Glenn Miller.
Oh, died on?
That's the plane he went down then.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, and then you got the old.
Let me check that biplane out. That is neat too.
Where's that? This?
Yeah. What is that?
Oh, that's that's one of those little midget jobbies.
For stunts.
Yeah, that they used to fly in the races after the war.
Right. Far out.
And then here's a French Spad. Now that's all cardboard. The body is, and the wings are wood covered with paper, where you don't see the wood grain.
Just like you would have done a fabric job on a
reel,
Yeah, because when you carve out of wood, you can see all that wood grain. It looks terrible. So I put the paper on it. Don't have to sand it. Don't have to worry about that wood grain.
It gives a perfect look to it. I mean,
smooth.
Like the tight, drawn cloth like that.
Yeah,
they all come out this good. Did this take practice, or did you just start off making good models?
He shows you the first thing he carved, a horse.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the first thing he carved.
Yeah, the horse is. Now this your big old.
V17?
That'd be 25.
25. Oh, it's 2 engine. Okay.
Yeah, and I have a motor in it, but the batteries are dead. Yeah, the motor's in there.
And this was made out of?
I got old curtain wood slats to make the stringers.
Oh, okay.
Then it's covered with cardboard, show card paper.
Oh my God.
Now the wings, I've got all the ribs and stuff in it, but they're all made out of wood. But just the coating I made out of cardboard.
What did you use for glass?
The glass, I took a pop bottle and melted it over the stove and pulled it tight.
Yeah,
because I carved this part out of wood and this part out of wood, and I glued it to a stick and held it over a fire and put a clamp on it and then melted and pulled it. And that I got from some
the gunners.
Yeah, I got the
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the gunners, the tail gunner.
Let me go. I'm losing them. There they go. Wait, we get light there. Unreal.
Got the pilots inside of here too. They're down in there. It's so dirty.
Oh yeah.
But this fell because a buddy of mine knocked it off of that dresser. That's war damage. I'm not going to even try to fix it. There's some war damage.
Yeah, that's right. Then none of them came home in one piece, right?
No, this was in the battles. But
what's the?
This is this is a Blossen bomb. That's a German plane that they had sitting in the North Atlantic. It was a seaplane.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that.
And it would sit in the North Atlantic. Submarines would come up and refuel it, and it would go up and spot all those Liberty ships coming across. And this would radio back.
When they was doing those.
Here comes some ships.
What branch of the service were you in?
I was in the Army.
What were you doing there?
I was a cook.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
As Napoleon says, an army moves on its stomach.
It does.
That's true. It don't move anywhere when it hasn't got any food. Boy, they learned that in the Civil War. Well, they learned that in a lot of wars.
Well, that thing takes close-ups, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I'm going to make you a copy of this when we get it all done here.
Oh, man.
That is far out.
Yeah, these are...
The fighters.
Yeah, that's a little voodoo jet.
These are all... You use a Dremel on these earlier ones too, or were you doing a lot of this by hand then?
Well, these are by hand.
That is fantastic.
And those fingernail files, those emery boards.
Yeah.
Oh my
Put
gosh.
it down with that.
Feel funny going to the store buying it.
And then they look at your nails and think,
Yeah.
well, he's not using them on himself.
Yeah.
F-86 then?
Yeah, the Voodoo F-86, F-100 Super Saber, then the Shooting Star, then the Starfire, and the Scorpion. I like them because they had the tanks.
Yeah, the wing tanks.
Yeah, and so that along with the Panther jet, I've got a Panther in there. But they had the Panther and the Banshee.
Okay, what do we got here on the silver one?
This one,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a,
14?
huh?
What is that?
Oh, this is a Cutlass. That was one of those brothers up there, and it just spreads out. I put them in the center and everything just spread it out. You want a coffee,
That-
John?
No, thanks. Just had a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Thanks, Charlie.
But then I had to make Snoopy.
Okay, I'm coming down to, I'm gonna have to get almost, I cannot believe these. These are just,
What did I tell you? I told you when I was over here, before I left, I said, I got a buddy of mine that I know would just.
yeah, this is just, I mean, I just love the display. Even if you had just bought these and hung them up there, that's impressive.
Look at the Star Wars X-Wing.
Oh my gosh.
And of
The
course,
Blackbird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Star 71 back there. You got the Stealth right there. That
Yeah,
Stealth
got the
fighter.
Stealth.
That's
Oh,
all.
wait, oh, you already did the stealth too? Look at
Yeah,
that.
that's made out of cardboard.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
there's that YX-22 that they
The
come up
new
with.
one, right.
Yeah, and this here Joint Strategic Fighter here, that was the battle between
Between the
that
white, yeah, 23 and the, or,
this one right here, Joint Strategic Fighter, that little stubby thing. That was the fight between
there we go.
what was it?
The Raptor and the,
Right. That's
Yeah.
the Rafter over there. And
you got the Goodyear blimp in there.
Yeah.
Got Rickenbacker's, the Red
Oh yeah,
Baron.
Red Baron's playing here.
Yeah. That's why I made Snoopy there going after
He's
him.
coming at him.
Okay.
Taking a sneak there.
Yeah. And these are all Russian, these three right here.
Oh my gosh, is that the bear?
Yeah, that's the bear,
Tell 'em what
the
these are made out
Sukhoi
of,
22.
Charlie.
They're wood, except for the tails. All the tails and tail wings are made out of cardboard. Now this beaver here, that's
Okay.
made out of all cardboard,
My
except
gosh.
the wing. The wing is
Look at the
wood.
Corsair.
Yeah, and the Corsair
I love
here
the
is all
Corsair.
wood. And, yeah,
That's the full wing job.
Yeah, that's the one
that's
that
full
the
one.
Marines were using. The Navy was.
It was built in Akron here.
When they first
Yeah,
started
right.
pulling them off of aircraft carriers,
Right,
you know,
and the
flying
ones
them
that
off.
and the ones that were from Akron had yellow nose and a yellow stripe on them. And then of course back there, those are fold up wings. That's that there.
Well, which were we at here?
Oh, okay, there.
Yeah, the SBDs, the Dauntless. That was a fold up. George Bush is the one that flew that one.
Oh, that's the one that,
Bush. Yeah, the Avenger. Those wings went up. And then there's that Catalina, the seaplane.
Yeah.
oh, okay, wait a minute, let me train.
They're all here, and there's a B-25 again. Now the B-17 is all cardboard.
Wait a minute, let me get this B-17. That is unreal.
Out of cereal boxes and
Yeah.
cigarette packs.
Yeah,
and-
I have my cigarette cartons and, like you said, cereal.
I mean, I take advantage of everything and get my hands on the build stuff out of.
Yeah, that's what I do.
But no, no.
Reach this
no.
level, yeah.
That is just fantastic.
Whatever works. But it's got most of the old, the bad boy planes, the fighters and the transports.
Were you in the planes before or just fit in with the
No.
modeling?
No, I've been in a Cessna one time, like this little, that little, they call it the bird dog in Vietnam. That's
Oh, okay.
Cessna.
Exactly, I remember that.
Yeah, they used that reconnaissance. Now
I never wanted to be in one of those.
I let her.
They started replacing those with those little helicopters.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the helicopters my friend has, the general of the Ohio National Guards.
Oh.
And
Oh, you had some helicopters.
yeah, but I gave them to him because that's what he flew.
I'll be darned. Check that out.
Yeah, look at that camera. I can't.
Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that going to be nice?
We were out doing this filming at this World War II reenactment thing, and they were making a movie, and he was filming across this field that had to have been more than a quarter mile long. and he was shooting the people on the other side of the field. And they could still zoom it up and look at something right here.
Well, that's what's amazing with that, because you can't take those kind of pictures with that camera.
No.
No,
You
there's
just-
No, this is going to come
you
out.
miss the detail.
Right. And he's got a high definition TV at home that
Oh,
when he
geez.
plays this on there,
This is an okay.
Because looking at
Yeah.
them on the camera, they look like they're in the place. You know.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Oh yeah, when we shoot this back, he'll make
I'm making you a
VHS,
copy.
Or do you have a DVD?
I got that VHF.
Okay,
we'll make you one.
He can make one on a VHS.
And I'll make you one on DVD, so someday you'll have one of those, and you'll. That is unreal.
Well, then look, what's this here, Charlie?
That's just a military truck. I've seen pictures, but I just designed that one.
Oh, okay. So
But
it's,
it's all cardboard.
That's
Everything.
rocket launcher and a missile launcher, like, or no, that's the
Yeah, well, what
both. Yeah.
those Russians had scuds like.
Yes, they did.
Well, I guess they were sort of like that. But I know we carried missile launchers too, like that.
You
For
look
sure
at
we
the
did. We had the one that had that atomic.
what gets me though is you look at the detail of this, John, and then he says, "I made that out of cigarette cartons and toothpicks and."
Well, this old tank here, that's all the cereal box.
Wait a minute, let me check this out.
Look at that.
You can still see the cereal markings down inside.
Yeah.
And then I just used the drops of glue on a toothpick to make the rivets.
Oh my gosh.
See, but you can feel it. It's just all cardboard. The Jeep is strictly all cardboard. I cut off a little dowel stick, just the slices to
Carve
make
little
wheels.
treads in it.
Oh, let me check.
You got
That
that light
is-
there?
Yeah. It's coming out good. They're actually coming. Pictures are going to be really nice.
Great.
Your guitar playing was dark in there, but that's okay. We'll catch you up on that. That's neat.
And then
What's this one right here?
this is TC and LC. That's TC and LC again. TC is a frog, LC is a roach. TC stands for too cool. LC stands for lost cause. So they are a lost cause, and he's got his beer on a clip. They're real bad. They drink, they smoke, and they're so bad they shot down a dragonfly there
Oh my gosh.
in the swamps. And as you can see underneath, they're loaded for bear.
Yes, they are.
Then that's my cigarette tobacco
Is that what it is to make the?
for grass, and then sponges tore up for the bushes.
Oh my gosh.
Same here, just sponges tore up. You know,
What are we looking at here?
this is my P-51.
Oh, I got the motor running and all.
I just barely got it in there. At
I'll be darned. Let me get-
5/22/99
When did you start doing this?
in 91. Oh,
And so how many? That's you've done all these since then.
Yeah.
yeah. Even
That looks like something.
We're still just talking about the planes and stuff.
This
I know
See
it.
some of his
This
other-
is the cardboard car, but the spokes are broom straws. I just took the broom straws to make that.
Gosh.
The train is a toilet.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at this whole train.
It's a toilet paper tube.
That's a toilet paper roll, toothpicks. I carved a little man in there.
Oh my
But-
my.
You can see, you can hold it. It's cardboard.
It is. There's no weight to it.
No, it's a toilet.
You look at
paper
that
roll.
though, you'd swear it was one of them cast iron toys or something.
Oh, my
You know,
gosh.
model. Well,
It
look,
certainly would.
his wood car is full of split wood too.
Yeah, the old. Oop. There, just
No, you start dropping this. Oh my gosh.
I put old wood in there just to.
That's the car.
Yeah, now that's all cardboard.
And I suppose you made the track too.
Yeah, I made a little track.
I'm gonna let you put that back up there.
Yeah, just.
Got a little Greyhound bus. Did you make the Greyhound?
I come home on the Greyhound. There you go. I come home on the Greyhound bus on my leave, and I just made it. That's one I used to love to ride that thing. come
And
home.
what'd you make that out of? Cardboard also?
That's wood.
Wood, all carved out of the...
Wood, but I covered it with paper where there's no wood.
So my gosh.
And then the
Makes it
detail.
smooth.
This stuff is amazing.
Then it's just real smooth. Then the Indians, I just carved them, but that's brown paper bag, the teepee, and I carved no wooden
Oh my gosh, totem pole.
totem pole to go with it. That's
You don't have any idea how many people. I've got this one girl that I know that just
What I was amazed at
she will
is
go nuts.
These are not plaques.
She takes
These are, he made all of these.
now there's toothpicks for the area,
My gosh.
and the all of this is a brown paper bag. The moccasins are a brown paper bag.
Did you do the painting too? I take it.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
And then the feathers are just paper with a broom straw. Gives them that look.
Look at
Yeah,
the-
doesn't it though?
Look at the guns and the
Now
swords.
those are
Okay, we're gonna go over to the
those
guns.
are those meat skewers, and the pistols are toothpicks. The barrels.
Oh my
And the
gosh.
flags I made out of paper, and the old cannon and I put a little rebel hat, and a Yankees hat, Union soldiers, and I carved a saddle out of
You
wood.
got a little cannon there.
Yeah, that's showing the north and south.
Oh, one's the north and one's the south.
But even,
Yeah.
look up here. Famous guns and artillery of the American wild frontier days.
And then the Indians, they broke the arrow
Oh,
for
yeah,
peace.
the broken
To
arrows.
say for peace, they'd break it, and then the swords, and that's an old Jim Bowie knife, And I stuck an old Derringer in there because that's what shot Lincoln
Yeah.
in the old days. But the boards are just plywood, and I took an old church key and scratched them to make them look like old wood grain.
Oh my.
And the Indian over there, that cheap, that's just typewriter paper with broom straws and feather, to
These
make
here?
the feathers. Yeah,
I'm gonna get both of these here. I can't even believe it.
Yeah, the detail on that other, when you shoot that, you ought to step in front and shoot that one.
Here, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'm not big enough to. Here, you could probably reach it. You can take
Oh,
it right
okay.
off that shelf. It's
No,
just-
we'll be okay.
Actually, if he stands over there,
What I'm gonna have you do is just move that light so I can get that back in the light, John. Yeah, aim that light at it more.
Yeah, that's all brown paper bag. The suit, the quivers, brown paper bag. The boots are brown paper bag. The shields are cardboard.
Oh my gosh, look at those boots.
And because I figured they look more like a chief's boots. He had the tall kind for dances or something, And then the breastplate at the very top, those are just broom straws, which they used.
bone or whatever.
Yeah, because they didn't use beads until the white man come along, and they bought them. But they used pine quills to decorate their moccasins. And
That is
Porcupine
unreal.
quills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing what they thought of. They were so artistic, And then, of course, I drew old TC and LC up there, painted a little cartoon of them. They've missed the ships, but they're shot to hell. And Elsie is worried to death because he knows they got to land. There's no landing gear. The plane's shot. The propeller's bent. And he knows they got to go somewhere and land, and he's scared to death.
My gosh. And we got some ships down here, I see.
Yeah. no.
Well, you got all them darn missiles here, too. And the space shuttle.
Yeah, this is in front of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, this here.
Oh, that display is?
Yeah, that's all out front if you go down there. So I just did the front of Wright-Patterson. I made a little sign here that says Wright-Patterson Air Force Base Museum.
My God.
They-
Look at little people around him and walking.
I
down.
know.
Yeah, those are toothpicks, the men, but that's all cardboard. That's just a cereal box.
Is that 109?
Yeah. Now the
I like your choice of stuff that you chose to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got good themes on.
well, the thing that's the Bismarck, the German battleship, the Bismarck. I scaled it. All of this stuff is scaled.
Well, you can tell when you look at it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just, it looks so perfect because
Yeah.
of that scale, you know.
And that's it.
Yeah, and the darn thing is people are going to see this, but they are not going to
Because
really be able to see the detail I'm seeing.
yeah,
You know, there's everything. Oh my gosh.
I saw that up at the grocery store. I just picked it up, brought it home, and put it on a mount like it's a NASA display.
Yeah, just right.
And then I looked in the encyclopedia, and they had a real Willamette meteorite, 14.2 tons, and it was huge like that. So I just called that one the Willamette.
There you go.
You know,
And what ship do you have in the back? Is that a certain ship?
that. Oh, this.
Yeah.
I just made that out of a 2x4. That's just one of them old galleys. It's almost like the Mayflower, but that's got too many masts on it. Really, that's a mistake on that.
Yeah, right.
It's supposed to have 2 big masts and that one in the back.
Oh, okay.
I've got a little one in between those.
Well, that was a racing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's a pirate ship.
Yeah.
That's what that
Yeah.
baby was.
Yeah, people are not going to be able to tell the actual size. You know, you put your hand there and stuff.
Yeah,
That
Gives you an
PT-109
idea of it.
gets me though. Look at the detail on
Yeah,
the
because-
PT-109 here.
yeah, because that's
Put that right on the leg there.
Look at the men.
When I got to find it
the
first.
men are made out of toothpicks and those fingernail files to make their heads round. I can't
Oh my
carve.
gosh.
And then these here little frames are those plastic broom straws. Because I tried using regular broom straws and they kept breaking off. Those bend and flex. You don't have to keep replacing
That
them.
is fantastic.
This guy here I love.
Yeah, after that.
Made out of toothpicks.
My brother has a bunch of this stuff. That old boat I made out of cardboard. That old tugboat.
That is just too
Because
much.
these are all toothpicks, and the little people that you see down there, they're just broom straws.
Yeah, but they're.
But they look like people.
Well,
When
hey,
you get them down there,
Put some
tiny,
spots of paint on them and
they're silhouettes. That's all I said. If you see a silhouette, you know what they are. They're on the sidewalk.
Unreal.
Then here's my guitars. Now there's a piece of veneer.
Okay, this you got a case for it here.
Yeah, I made a case
of course.
out of a cereal box.
Oh my
But
gosh.
you can pick it up. Don't
Oh, yeah,
worry
I'm
about none of it.
That is unbelievable. Put my finger down
And
there
then-
beside it just to get an idea of the scale.
And Chet Atkins is my hero. And so here's
Yeah, I noticed that plan. Yeah, I'll give you an idea. Look at that.
so. But I love old Chet. He never got enough credit. He helped so many people, and he played such beautiful stuff. You know, the beautiful
Oh,
tunes.
right. I listened, my dad, like everybody else, listened to WAKR
Oh yeah.
back then, and you've heard of Les Paul, Mary
Oh,
Ford,
yeah.
and you hear,
Look here.
Oh, I love the
Inside
jazz.
he's got his little tag here.
Jazz guitarist. See, I can't make my runs no more.
I love
Far
that style
out.
of music though.
Yeah.
I love that style of music.
That is cool.
See, and boy, it started getting cramped when I'm going
Yeah.
like this. watching television. Do you mind? Yeah. So,
Now the buggy, you got an Amish buggy here.
yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah, that's gonna do. I'll tell you what.
the seats are made out of that styrofoam from meat, like your hamburger comes in.
Oh my gosh.
And I poked holes in it and then just scooted a pencil across, left the indentations. You paint it with black, and the damn
Same
looks
thing?
like naugahyde. And then these are,
I take it that was that fabric up on top there.
yeah, that's cloth there, and I just glued it instead of sewing it. But I just bent wires like theirs. Again, it's scaled. It makes it easy when you got a scale.
And you got your wheels.
'Cause, yeah, and those are toothpicks for wheels. And the
Look at that, and that's the whole spring thing.
yeah, and those are masonite, along with these wheels are masonite,
Mm-hmm.
thin masonite, and then this raises up like
Right. Yeah.
the Amish.
That all
always
works. Look at that. That is.
parked like that. Yeah, I've made about 4 or 5 of these. My sisters have them.
I bet.
They had to
Your
have them.
family's got to be driving you nuts for these things. Every time I make something, I got my sister, and then I got you get the same thing.
That's why I made airplanes where I don't have nothing showing that people want. They always say, "Could you make me this?"
Yeah.
I did do that, but it looked like the Mekong Delta. And I'm sorry I put an OP-51 in there, but I wanted to put choppers. Just like the launching back there near the back. I just love perspective, you know.
I like your fireworks and your
Oh, yeah.
gorilla too.
Yeah, those are river rocks. I've got portraits of all my nieces up there about this big on river rocks.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't like to, I just quit doing this stuff since I found the cancer. I'm not going to stay in this house tied down no more.
Yeah.
I'm going to just sit out on the porch and just drive people nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the rest of the village.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at his grocery store.
Oh my gosh.
Now these I drew on typewriter paper and painted them, then varnished them where they stay stiff. Then I glued them to that plexiglass.
Got your pies out. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
Those are broomsticks.
Stuffing.
Then I use things like a pop straw. Even to make these lanterns up here, it's a pop straw, but the top and bottom is wood and cardboard handles. It's amazing what paint does. You know, paint.
Well, what are the cabbages you said?
The cabbages, that's toilet paper with a drop of glue just rolled up into little balls.
Oh my gosh.
And tore up sponges.
Is that what that is for the broccoli?
Yeah, well, this is
Yeah.
like your greens and could be.
Oh yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Look, even in the window, there's stuff in the window front. Like over here, there's cakes. And
Unreal.
behind, you can see the people in the store. And
Yeah, and I just did them on chalk, and I didn't do them in color because you can't see color through a window.
yeah.
And I thought it'd be too much. It'd take.
Yeah, that is neat. People inside there.
Yeah, it would take away if I had them in color. They'd be too bright. This way, you just notice the facade in front.
And then here's the general store.
And the curtains.
Oh my gosh. Let me get down the next level here.
And the curtains are where you take the cardboard box and tear off the first
This is
layer.
like you say. This is your whole town.
Yeah, Charlestown. Yeah, that's what they said to name it, Desi. Desi said, "Now that Uncle Charlie town." And then I said, well, Charlestown. Be in Virginia somewhere, I guess. I mean, that's what the name sounds like.
Yeah.
You think of the South, Virginia or Tennessee, Kentucky.
Well, the thing is, he's got so much detail that you look at it and there's just, you're constantly seeing something else, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, I imagine.
It's full, you know?
And that's the thing.
We
that
got
was-
one more down here. Got some.
Because even like trying to hide a little mouse up there, you know, just little things like that.
Oh, yeah, look, I didn't even see that. Here's
Yeah.
a mouse.
Yeah,
Sitting
because
up
he
here on
lives in that hole.
You got a mouse hole in a mouse.
The cat has to eat something. That's how you think what to put in these things. Well, what's that cat going to do? The dog. I
Check
didn't
that
like
out.
carving.
Oh,
I love this.
stagecoach.
The hats and the boots and
Now the boots I carved out of wood, but the cowboy hat is cardboard, covered with one of my T-shirts. And the bonnet.
Spinning wheel there.
Yeah, carved all that out of those meat skewers. The rocking chair, I carved the legs.
What's the
and
stove made out of?
wood. I just carved it. Now there's your Dremel.
Unreal.
Now you know the thing about carving, John. Everything here, these were square just like this.
Right.
But if you take and go right through on the floor and just do a quarter at a time.
Yeah.
That's the way I do my airplanes.
Bring it down.
Everything, the airplanes.
Yeah, all this is just bits of wood that he took that church key to and gouged and aged and.
Man, oh
I
man.
sprayed it with a gray primer, and my sister.
Look at all the
said,
tools up there. Yeah, I'm seeing stuff here I missed on the door, all the tools.
Oh yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, those are wires and that one old buck saw up there and that old hacksaw. One of my little.
Yeah, I'll go get that
blades
buck saw.
broke
See the
on
buck
blade.
saw?
So I stuck them on there. I just made it around them, you know.
Like I said, it'd be amazing if you just went and bought all this stuff
Yeah.
and put all these together.
Oh, it'd be hard because.
I know that. I mean, of course, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, but
No,
it would be
yeah.
amazing what you did.
Oh yeah.
Just if you hadn't even carved all this stuff.
Look at the detail on the clock.
Yeah, I painted a guy on a horse and there's some dogs there, hunting dogs.
The little picture up at the top.
I see it, but I don't even that.
Yeah, I mean that's so much. Yeah, you're not gonna get the detail, like you said. This
Like I said, I'm not going to be able
as
to
clear
get.
as this is.
And those little doors open. I made these little doors to open.
Yeah.
And that old bread box.
You know.
And they open. And the old washboard, that's, you know, those light bulbs, you get that cardboard in, all that corrugated.
Oh yeah.
Painted it silver.
And I just painted it silver and stuck it in a frame. It's amazing what's around, you know.
That is just too cool.
That's like Linda. I just, you know, giving her ideas. I just tore off a cardboard lid, you know, about that wide, about like it. And I took a big leaf here, 4, balance them, then stick a little smaller ones, all the same size. In between that, then what you can do just with leaves laying out on the yard, you know. It's stuff all around you. And of course, I've never had enough money to buy.
That's why I make stuff. That's why John.
That whole town is in something about 2 foot by 4 foot, and you got everything all in there.
And cause see, what I did is I made this one first.
Oh, okay.
And of course that grass is my,
Border fort.
that's out of my pencil sharpener, the saw. That's the grass is made from that. But like I said, I made just this one. I said, man, wouldn't it be neat if I made one to go all the way around the house, look like an actual little old whip?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I said, I ain't got no room for it, so I made a condo. Just that way you could get them all in here. That's like them airplanes.
Yeah.
If you took
Yeah.
them
Well,
down,
yeah. If you had to do anything, that's still amazing right there.
the depth of them, they would cover this floor.
Oh yeah. If you had them like on a table display or something where they were all
it's
out.
unbelievable how deep that is. You don't realize.
Yeah.
You know? And like I said, I'd do one because I knew they'd get broke if I had them down. I got that invisible thread and hung them up there.
Yeah, that there. Like I said, this is going to show a neat picture of what you got, but you really can't appreciate. That's a good one. That's better.
Yeah.
You really can't appreciate.
Boy, that old B-36 up there, that's all cardboard, the wings and all on that thing. That thing is, the wingspan is from that garage clear across to Ernie's.
Wow.
It's humongous. They even had to put jet engines out on the end of the wings because it took off too slow. Sounds kind of familiar. send us into battle with experiments. You know, and that's the only thing I hate.
That is one neat display.
Well, John, I knew you'd be impressed.
That's got
Anybody would be impressed.
because I like to sit here a lot of times. I'll sit down here and look back at them, and I just think of all the young guys that died for us. I look at them planes. I say,
Oh,
that's why.
my dad repaired. He was in there too, and he repaired 17. That's how I'm a sheet metal worker, and that's how he learned to be a sheet metal worker, was putting those things back together. They come people that are really going to be, and they just, like I said, they can't even this tape is going to show some stuff, but it's not going to show
Well,
the way
it
this
shows
is.
you what you can
You
do.
need to get some of this stuff from the museum someplace.
If you got time, that's what this is. I
Yeah,
had time.
well, you didn't waste any of it.
You guys would do it if you didn't have families and all to take.
Yeah, well, I'm retired now, and the
Well,
family's grown, and so I'm just getting a little bit
If I
more.
wouldn't have my VA pension, I couldn't have sat here and done this.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you
But
what.
I don't stay still.
You know something? I don't know if you thought of it. You know they just rebuilt that museum down there, that railroad museum and something. Boy, this will make a nice display down
I
there.
never did trains down here.
Yeah, I was gonna say-
The Valley lines.
Yeah.
My brother Don Miller was the engineer on them trains.
Okay.
And he was working them. They
I'll
were-
tell you, this stuff needs to end up someplace in a museum here someday.
And I lettered all those Cuyahoga
That's no
Valley
joke.
lines, trains.
Is that right?
I put the Cuyahoga, and it was so damn hot when I was lettering it. I was doing it for free, and I wanted a little hat that they.
Oh, I see. Okay, I know the one. I know that you're
Blue
talking.
hat, and they wouldn't give it to anybody except this certain people that were coming around. Boy, my brother-in-law got so mad because he's the one that talked me in.
Yeah.
All the money I saved him and just lettering. Hell, I think
And they
it was
wouldn't
about
give you a hat.
no 4 or 5 trains out there sweating, and they didn't give me that stupid hat.
Now that's
I said,
ridiculous.
man, yeah, volunteer. Yeah. See if they ever get me to volunteer for anything.
No kidding.
I should have learned from the Army.
yeah. Never
Cool.
volunteer for
And
anything.
wipe up the general's
Never let them
stalls.
remember what your name is.
And yeah, you
Far out.
do that grid method, you know.
Let me see if I can do.
All right,
What if I went like this?
that helped. That might get somewhere into it. My gosh. Well, I know they're not going to be able to.
Well, here, it's one of them. That's the trouble with Rembrandt. He was so dark.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There.
Oh, yeah, but.
Because that's the only thing that my wife even hated. Because I did some Rubens and masters of Rubens about this.
My
big.
gosh. So that's your own Rembrandt you did there.
Yeah, it's a copy.
Suppose
of
you
it.
made the frame.
Yeah, I made the. No, I made the canvas.
Mhm.
That's old brown paper bag.
I
I took an old bed
Oh,
sheet,
Rembrandt.
a bed sheet to make the canvas. Those come from, I don't know, Italy or something. My ex-wife had those. And you notice, well, it's nice now, but I
got to
don't.
try and get some of these cars.
I didn't paint in here. I stained with nicotine. Everything was brown. So my brother was